What's up, folks? It's your boy Bob Hollywood back with another exciting review. Today's review is going to be of this Hasbro Marvel Legends Gilgamesh Build-A-Figure Phastos. This is a MCU figure from the Eternals movie. This movie came out in like 2001, so I'm assuming the figure came out around that area, around that time. Neither the movie nor this toy line were successful. As you can see, it has an Ollie sticker on here for $7.99. If you go to any Ollies in the country, you'll probably find this entire wave available on stock. This is the second figure from this wave, this Gilgamesh Build-A-Figure wave that I have purchased. And the only reason why I bought the first figure, Icarus, is it was on sale at a local comic book shop for 60% off. Excuse me. So the sticker price said $10. So yeah, I was like, I'll buy $4. I'll spend $4 for a figure of, I believe, Richard Madden. And again, the only reason why I bought this figure specifically because this is Brian Tyree Henry, and I just finished watching Atlanta. I binged that whole series, and I wanted this guy's figure. I have a figure of Lando, which is Donald Glover, he's a member of the review crew. You guys see him every video. And I have a figure of Vanessa, which is Zazie Beetz. I'm not sure how that's pronounced. And that is my Domino figure, which is another Marvel Legends. And we've done a review on that in the past. I can try to give you guys that link so you can check that out. But yeah, I wanted this guy. So the only one's missing is Darius. I don't think has a figure yet in live action form. But anyway, folks, I'm gonna read this guy's bio. It says, over the century, Phastos has helped nudge humanity forward technologically. Wow, I can't read. While always keeping his brilliance hidden in the shadows. So, yeah, again, I tried to watch this movie once it hit Disney Plus a few years ago. And nothing against it. I just didn't finish it. I didn't go back. It wasn't that serious for me. So I can't say if the movie was good or not. I can say that it did not do well in terms of popularity. So I'm going to bust him out of this plastic prison. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Paperboy is now free from his plastic prison. Yes, I called him Paperboy. That is the name of the actor's character on the hit and amazing show Atlanta. It's probably, I'm going to go ahead and put it this way. Atlanta, for me, was like top 3 television shows behind the wire. And I'll give it to Breaking Bad because Breaking Bad had some amazing writing, even though I hate Walter White. This guy only comes with 2 accessories, and that is 2 fisted hands. He obviously comes with this Gilgamesh right leg, but I usually don't count that as an accessory. That's just a part of another figure. So if we ever build Gilgamesh, which I do like a lot of the actors in the films work, like I'm sorry, I don't know her name, but the lady from The Walking Dead, I'm a fan of her work. I don't know any of their names, but yeah. There's a one woman who's in the movie Exam. I cannot think of her name right now. But so yeah, he only comes with these 2 fists, which is a bummer for anybody who paid $19.99 or hopefully not anymore for this figure. Like, but these figures were not selling, so very obviously not too many paid $19.99 for this guy. So let's look at the figure itself. That is the face. That is a face I've become very familiar with. My first exposure with the actor was, again, with Atlanta. I started the show, I don't want to say it was still on and I was catching it on demand. It might have the first series might have just ended, but I didn't finish it back then. I got, I think, so far as to the episode where, I can't remember, but I want to say I watched like the first 6 or 7 episodes, and then I just stopped. And then this year I was like, I want to watch it, and I realized it was on Disney Plus, and I had nothing stopping me. So we have Brian Tyree Henry here, and he looks tall. I'm gonna get you his height real quick. But the figure itself does look pretty tall, or maybe I'm not because I can't find the measuring tape. But yeah, he looks pretty tall. He's in this purple and silver. The details on it are really nice. Like these circles. This makes me think of the stars. What is it called? Astronomy. He's got details all throughout his arms. And this feels good. Like this is like a softer plastic. So we'll see how well he does with his articulation. But clearly it's a longer piece that comes down past his knees. But they put the money into this sculpt. This is a brand new sculpt. No one else has this, as far as I know. I don't see how they would. And it almost justifies the fact that there's no other accessories, but we as action figure fans, we don't like to hear that. That's not an excuse for us. Hair looks good. He's got a little bit of a mark on his neck. I don't know if that yeah, it shows up on camera. Might go away. It looks like it's fading somewhat. But he looks good. I tried to make sure I got the one with the best paint application. As you can see there is a little bit of his beard hasn't been fully covered. Most of them were like that. Most of them had decent eyes and stuff. I just was trying my best. The first one I picked up had a little scratching here from that. So I'm glad I had noticed that before I, committed to the purchase. Anyway, let's go over his articulation. His head starts there. Looks up that much, which is pretty good. Goes down that much, which is pretty good. It's going to rotate 360. Doesn't have anything like a collar or a cape or anything stopping him. As you can see, it gives you some attitude, gives you a lot of attitude. His neck seems a little long. I mean, it just seems a little long. I could be wrong. His arms go up that high. They're going to rotate 360 at the shoulder. There's a bicep swivel, which also is going to rotate 360. Double jointed elbow. Again, this is standard Marvel Legends stuff, especially at the time. And then his hands rotate at the wrist. There's a horizontal hinge on both hands. Alright, so for the torso, he's going to rotate there. And it's also going to give you some back and forth from side to side. I'm going to try to look under his skirt to see if he has like an ab crunch or anything. I can't tell. And I couldn't feel. It gets tighter the further your finger goes up, so I can't really feel. So we're just going to say no. His legs go out this wide without stressing this plastic. As you can see, there might be some whiting going on right there, me stressing it. So that's not very wide. This, despite being soft plastic, doesn't give you too much leeway. That's his leg kicking forward. And that's his leg kicking backwards, which isn't much. He's got a thigh swivel here, pretty tight, but it did give. I wonder if this broke, right? And I reached out to Hasbro's customer service and said, hey, I just bought this figure. It broke on me. What they would replace it with. Because, again, this figure, I could easily just go to the store and be like, hey, this broke, can I exchange it? But, you can reach out to Hasbro if that's what you want to do. I've done it once before. He has double jointed knees. But because of the cape, or because of the dress, the item of clothing, the article of clothing, I can't bend it back any further, and I can't get that top joint. There we go. So even though I was able to just do that, it's hard to show you because this doesn't go anywhere. So he cannot kick his own butt, but he does have a forward-facing pin for rocker. Oh, but what I was saying is, I reached out to Hasbro. I bought a Val from Star Wars. I can't remember if I did a review for her or not. I bought her from Ollie's, so she was reduced. She broke on me. I don't know how I hit my camera. She broke on me. So I reached out to Hasbro's customer service, and they were like, "Oh, we don't have that figure in stock," which made sense. Again, I bought it from a discount store. They sent me same line. It was still Star Wars Black Series. They sent me, I want to say, Princess Leia, and I want to say it was her Yavin 5 celebrating. Is it Yavin 5? The celebration at the end of the first movie. I want to say that's what they sent me. And I was appreciative because that was the figure I had on my wish list. And eventually I was able to find another Val. Anyway, let's do some size comparisons. Again, I don't have his height because I was poorly prepared for today, folks. I do not have my ruler or my... Actually, I just spotted my ruler. So I spoke too soon. Let's get his height. Looks to me to be about 6 1/4-ish. Let's say 6 1/4. Let's just go ahead and say that. Alright, so our first comparisons are going to be against some other tall boys, which I think he's shorter than. But Roadblock and Titus O'Neil. I don't know Ryan Tyree Henry's actual height, so I can't say how accurate this is to Titus O'Neil. But again, he is both shorter than Roadblock and Titus O'Neil, which is fine, which is typical. Most figures are. I think only like one figure has been taller. Two. Oops. And there's Andra. I almost dropped Vixen. He is taller than both of these ladies. Let's bring out his Atlanta co-host, Lando Calrissian, and they're both like cosmic-based characters, as well as the Red Ranger. He's taller than both of them. He is way taller than his Lando, but their heights aren't that deep in real life. I know that much. Let's bring out the King of Wakanda. Another MCU figure in Eric Killmonger and John Jones. He is taller than both of them. Again, I'd have to check to see if that's accurate. Brian Tyree Henry doesn't come off as particularly tall when you see him on screen, but I could be wrong. And I also want to say Paperboy was my favorite character in the show. It didn't start off that way. I think Darius captures most people's attention, especially folks such as myself, but they really had amazing writing for Paperboy's character. He ended the final season with 2 really good episodes centered around him. I mean, 2 really good episodes. But that build was gradual. There's just good episodes focusing on that guy, and you got to watch that show. And again, there he is with Winston Zedmore and Lucio. He is taller than both of them, much taller than both of them. Anyway, folks, it's early in the day for me. This is the first thing I've done besides, use the bathroom. So I just want to say, whenever you're watching this, I hope you're having a good day, night, evening, weekend, week. I hope if you had any issues going against you, that they resolve themselves favorably. Because everybody needs a win sometimes. Action figures speak louder than words.